guys, welcome to Sunday Vlogs. This time next week, I will have 3 new Run Disney medals. Oh, so exciting. So we only have a couple of days, 3 days, well, today and 3 more days before we leave. We leave bright and early on Thursday at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think actually our plane leaves at 6, but we have to be at the airport at like 4:30. So we have a couple last minute things that we have to get done. We have to make Dan's costume. I've gotten almost everything for it except for red ribbon, and I went to Michael's. They have like red Christmas ribbon but not plain ribbon. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to Walmart because they did have some but not the exact size that I need. Anyways, so I'm going back to Walmart to get it, and then we can make it. I've made my skirt. It's a little tighter than I wanted it, but that's okay. Oh, I should show it to you. I will show it to you. And yeah, the main thing is making his costume, and then when we leave, Dan's mom is going to be moving in to look after the dogs in the house, so we're going to get just some food for her, so when, you know, she's doing us a favor, so we don't want to make her have to go grocery shopping. And we have some stuff, but like we don't really have cheese or meat, like chicken breast or anything. I think we'll get some of that, and she likes decaf coffee, so just things like that, so she has that on hand. She doesn't have to go grocery shopping unless she feels like something specific for dinner. So that's what we're gonna do today. So Walmart and then making costumes, and I think that's the main thing. I'll show you my costume. This is the skirt. Oh, I don't wanna. That looks like, and I just quickly stitched the top to some shorts, like spandex shorts that I got, but I'll do a nicer one. I just wanted to make sure once this is on how it looks. Yeah, because I'm worried that when it stretches, when I put it on, it's gonna crack those things. It shouldn't, but I just want to check, because if it does, then I need to re-sew it anyway. Or anyway, I have to go to another plan C, I guess, because this is already plan B. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cute. So that's the skirt, and then it goes with the top that I made 3 years ago or so. That one there. So try to look like that. So for Dan, we got, yeah, a little ribbon, and then this that I actually have gold paint to paint it more gold, and then I don't know if I need this, but I got that anyways. And I already had this, but blocks of foam that, or like pieces of foam that I'm gonna make the little epaulets for. Yeah, so, oh, and which I'm very excited about, because my metal rack is pretty much all full. I'm already like tripling up and stuff here, and so last year I wanted to have the extender, but it costs like $35, but then to ship to Canada, it's like another $25, so almost the cost of the thing. So I was like, okay, I'll get it shipped to the hotel when we're in the hotel last year, and then it was just too, by the time I thought of it, it was too late. Anyway, so I've done that already, and it actually has arrived. And so, but I did say hold for Christy arriving on September 1st, so they know they'll hold it. So anyways, it's another 3 rungs. So it'll go like that, and so then I'll be able to fit more in, yay! Because when I got that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just get like 4 or 5 medals. That will be plenty, but because you could buy it, purchase it with already the 3 rungs, but that's okay. So, oh, I'm so excited to get more medals. I haven't really trained as much as I should. And that's the thing, you sign up in January and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna train so hard all summer. I'm gonna beat my PR, or I'm gonna beat my best time. No. But that's okay. So we're just going to have some lunch, and then, well, brunch, I guess. It's not that late, but we relaxed and slept in. And then go shopping. Dan is having a meat pie that his mom brought over for him when we had dinner yesterday. Anyway, I have a nice big salad, and then I'm just making like an egg sandwich as well to go with it. We decided that we're going to go to Fabricland and check that out first. That's I think taking the easier way out, and Fabricland obviously is more expensive because it's an actual fabric store, but they have, I don't know, we're gonna look, but I think they'll have actual ribbons that'll be easier instead of having to go crisscross. They're just ones that already have basically tassels. So we'll see how much it is, because I don't have my membership, which when you have a membership, you're allowed to get, or you can, all the sales, you can get the sales. If you don't get those sales. And sometimes it's like 50% off, but I'm not gonna get a membership again, because mine expired like 1.5 years ago when I did a whole bunch of shopping for fabric. I found this works so well. nice. You just buy this and it has all the tassels. Yes. Oh, this one is so much better. And look at that. It's already nice and gold. So definitely the more expensive route. It was $17, but I think we got what we needed. So yeah, like I showed, this is the fringe. And I would probably maybe even do it a little shorter, cut it shorter, but that's okay. And the ribbon, I would have bought like just the full spool of it, but they didn't have it in this, like how wide it was and that shade. So that's why we just got by the meter or whatever. And then this one too, so I don't have to color it with nail polish. Again, that's simplicity's sake. And then because we have to stitch it, so I just have like white, and I think I have a yellow but not an actual gold, so then we can stitch like that and it looks exactly the same. So that should be fun. So now we're still gonna go to Walmart because I need to get concealer and then groceries. But now we got everything, so we don't have to look for this stuff at Walmart. And I've already been and they didn't have it. So yeah, and then we're gonna go home and start making Prince Charming. Alright, so I have everything ready now. After I spent about 45 minutes looking for my glue gun, only to find it in one of the most logical places. I have like 2 craft boxes, so I looked through those, couldn't find them. And I looked through everywhere else in the house, and like every bin, every drawer, couldn't find them. And then we went back, I'm like, hey, it must be in my office, because that would be the, you know, I don't keep it lying around. So I looked again, not in those boxes, and then I realized under those boxes, there's a really thin, it's like this, but it's like really long. So a long, skinny box that I put my 2 other boxes on top of. Anyways, I forgot that it was a box. So sure enough, it was in there. I just feel like such an idiot, because that's, yeah, it was underneath the 2 craft boxes was a 3rd craft box. So anyways, I found it now. But I already made my templates. That's going to be the epaulets for him. And then we have the fringe, no clo-clo. And then, well, the fringe is going to go on, and then this ribbon is going to go, or the thing is going to go around it. And then this is going to be for the red, as I showed you guys before, like that. And then I also had the red, or the gold thread. And then I wasn't sure if I needed, like, it's not real washi tape, but just the glitter tape from the dollar store. But I was thinking maybe I'll make pretend buttons with this or something. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to trace this pattern on to my red, because the epaulets are red, but I was like, what color of this foam am I not likely to use? I'm like, the weird brown color. All right, so what better use to make use of the running schedule, the Jeff Galley running schedule, than to glue on it. So I am making this. So this is the epaulet, and then I'm going to actually glue and stitch this to the shirt, because the main thing is I don't want this to fall off. And then after, I'm going to glue this on top and then put ribbon around it. So again, if for some reason this gets yanked off, I mean, yeah, that's not going to look good, but at least the costume will still be there, secured with thread as well. Putting that there. Dan's fixing changing the lights on my car, because my head beams, they both just went out when I was driving. They started working, and then all of a sudden they turned off. So then I had to drive all the way home with my high beams on, because I figured that's better than no light. Anyway, so he's fixing it right now. And he came back in and he's like, oh, good that I brought my tool set over, because I don't have a tool set. And I was like, tools? You don't need tools to change the headlights. I'm like, I've done it before without tools. He's like, yes, but how did you do it? I'm like, using my small hands and wedging my hands into where they have to go. And he's like, right. So how many mechanics do you think actually have small hands that they can do that? And I'm like, He's like, yeah. So the easier way is to actually remove like the top of something. I'm like, oh. Well, because I remember doing it was like 2 years ago, and I was by myself, so obviously I had to do it, and it took me, I don't know, I'd say like an hour just to change 2 headlights, because I didn't really know how, and obviously it was tricky to try to change it. Anyway, so I learned the easy way now. All right, so that looks good. Oh, I hate all the sticky bits that come with glue guns. Yay, envelopes. So before I put the epaulets on the shirt, I'm going to do the band around the waist first. So I decided in not doing 2 layers of hot glue. I'm going to be using spray adhesive, and then you use the iron. And like I said, I think I'm erring on the side of caution. Then I'm going to stitch it too. So it's just all those extra steps. If it were just a Halloween costume or anything else, then I wouldn't care so much. But I mean, Dan doesn't sweat that much. Dan's not like a arm swaying jogger that much anyways. But with all of my costumes, I know I sweat a ton, and then I'm like moving around or then taking pictures. I don't know. I like making sure that nothing's gonna come off when I run. And contrary to what everyone says, I do not do test runs in my costume because I prefer not to look very strange running around my neighborhood. Girls. So I just build them to work well, essentially. I've already ironed the shirt, and then now I'm just going to spray the adhesive on the ribbon and then wrap it around and start ironing it onto the ribbon. I've sprayed half of it, and then you just let it dry. Yeah, spray dry, and then we're going to position and iron. So now I'm going to be sewing it, just as a precaution. But also that's the nice thing with doing all these extra steps, that when you look at it, you can't tell that I did them. But then he can hopefully wear this for years to come if we continue doing Disney races, because all of my costumes, like my Rapunzel one, I've worn it like for this will be my 4th race, I think, maybe even 5th, I don't know. But that's the thing, every time I just throw it in the laundry, and not even on delicate. And actually I don't know, I think I put in the dryer too, and they're always fine. Maybe not the dryer, but I definitely put it just in laundry with all of the rest of my clothes after vacation, and it always comes out perfectly fine because I took those extra steps to stitch it. So hopefully he appreciates it. But no, also so I don't have to do years to come. And if I make it look really good, then I don't have to do it in years to come. It'll just always look really nice. So I'm going to sew this now. Now that's all stitched around, so I am starting to glue on the gold stitching ribbon. Now I'm just securing the gold in, and it's actually very hard to get it through the ribbon, plus with the adhesive, spray adhesive and the glue gun. So instead of going completely all around like I had planned, I just do it every this much. So if it comes undone, it's not gonna get more than like that much undone. So that's what I have been doing. Now we're trying to figure out the neck, because he has to stretch the shirt quite a bit to fit over his head. So we can't, originally I was just gonna put the ribbon all around it, and then my second plan was paint, but that's also gonna crack as soon as you stretch it. So now we're going to be doing with the ribbon, attaching it on one side, where it looks like you've hurt your neck. Attaching it on one side, and then we'll bring a safety pin to also pin it on this side. So then when he runs, it'll kind of just look like this, and it will have the gold on it as well. So we're just seeing how long it has to be. Because obviously we don't want to be sewing in the morning or glue gunning, but I think pinning is okay. And then it's, again, something that you can continue to reuse. But I like the idea of at least sewing it to one side, just so we don't forget it at home or anything. The marching band people, they look like that. So I'm just seeing that's where we're going to do the loop-de-loops. So I just put tape, and I'm going to be using the ribbon. Originally I bought these, but I'm not that good freehanding, and it's hard. They come out in different pressure. Obviously I didn't want to use the gold, but I used yellow, and yeah, that looks like crap. But like this. And then, yeah, so it'll be like that. Ooh! Oh, that looks so nice. That looks so cool. And look at our epaulette. Ooh. And then that'll go on top here. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, and I need this one. Do you want to hold it on one side? Or actually, you can just hold it up so we see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think that's, oh, that looks so good. I'm so happy. It's coming together. I did a little bit of kind of just stitching reinforcement, again, just in case. And then now I'm going to hot glue gun this on there. And then take my ribbon, and we're going to glue that all around here on the edges. we're gonna take a break and have dinner because I'm getting frustrated. My sewing machine is, well, it's not a good sewing machine anyways. It's just like a really cheap quick fix and stuff, so it's not really, honestly, it's not that good, but usually it does the trick. But with this metallic string, it shreds really easily, plus now it's not threading anyways, and so I've gone through all this. It's just come out in big clumps, and so I'm trying to make the shorts now, and putting a band down the side, so the top sewed really nicely, but then the bottom didn't work, and you can see all those holes. I kept trying and trying, and it just didn't work. So I'm gonna do it by hand, but my neck hurts from looking down so much. So we're gonna take a break and make some dinner. For dinner, we are having spicy Italian veggie sausages from Eve's, and or maybe making that a hot dog and then one extra one, and then just a little salad. We're going to watch Cutthroat Kitchen. I think it is the Camp Cutthroat, and then I also saw on the PVR that the Great Food Truck Race has started too. All these Food Network channels, yes! Alright, back to costuming. So I've finished the shorts. I did the 2 strips of tape down the side and then sewed the center and then each sides. And then now I am working on the front with the ribbons. So I've drawn it out already and held it up. They look fairly even. I'm going to start with the bottom because these are likely going to be covered by the bib anyways, depending how he wants to position it. So if they're not perfect, that doesn't matter. And then hopefully I will learn if, you know, there's an easier way, or if, you know, yeah, as I move up, which these two will be very visible, then hopefully I will learn. So again, just lots of glue gun work. But I think I'm gonna run out of this ribbon, which I'm not too happy about, because I was hoping to have it all finished by tonight. But I don't think I will, because, well, I know I won't, because I don't have enough of this ribbon. I should have gotten more. It's 20 minutes before Walmart closes. We're about 15 minutes away, but I really want to finish that tonight, so we're going to Walmart. Apparently I did not get it from here, and we made it with like 8 minutes to spare, but I must have got it from Michael's because it's not here. That is so disappointing that we went all the way there. Hi, I'm home, yes. But I will go tomorrow morning. And so the vlog is, this is why the vlog is late. But I want to finish it and show you guys the finished outcome. So I'm going to wait until I come back tomorrow. It must be at Michael's, so yes. We'll go to Michael's tomorrow, and then I'll show you when it's all done. And hopefully on my beautiful model, Daniel. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Monday now, and I am at Michael's, hoping that this is the place where I got it, I'm pretty sure. It's about 9 a.m. now, so it's just when it opened. So I want to get it and then get home and making it before Dan leaves for work. I found it, and then I couldn't help myself but get some stickers for teaching. Cool ones, jewel ones. Now I'm going to finish up my project with the string that we have now. It is complete. Ooh, and here it is. And then on the side, on the shorts, we have the band. Ooh. Molly's not impressed. That's so cool. And jump around it a little. It's not gonna fall off.
No.
Yay! These aren't too heavy.
No.
Oh, that's so cool. Ooh, full body shot. And we have that. I've sewed it on one side and then just pinned it the rest. Oh, that looks so good. I'm so impressed with these little guys too. We'll see you guys. Well, it'll be Disney vlogs. Oh, and I'll see what ate Wednesday. But then it will be Disney vlogs. Yay!